Here I am again, and I come again and speak with you about something of great interest. Some of you may comprehend it. Some of you might not comprehend it. When a while ago, I spoke about Ethereans, the seen and the unseen forces who are having wars upon the planet. Well, it brought me to a thought when I spoke about that. Now I want to speak with you, you who are very intelligent, you who are not out of balance and well educated. You may comprehend where I am going with this. I wanted to bring up a man like Hitler. I wanted to bring up World War II. But I also wanted you to think of something different, because you know I am, of course, this body was come into being in the Netherlands. Although in the Netherlands I suffered from great racism because my mother was North American Mi'kmaq Indian. And here in Canada, of course, there is more racism than anybody realized towards First Nations, including the Canadian government. In many ways, practice racism. But we're going to see what happened during World War II first. And we look at the people who funded Hitler, who brought Hitler into being, the conglomerates. Then we also have to look at other things, because as I have said once before, and I say it again, before that war broke out in Europe, the concentration camps in Europe, they were tested out and manipulated and maneuvered here in North America. Thousands and thousands of First Nations people died. And I am sitting here and we say we have free speech. Well, let me use this free speech and let me speak to First Nations people wherever you are. Don't participate in these vaccinations. Don't. Because in those years, just before the war broke out in Europe, the children of First Nations were experimented on. So were other people experimented on by the same conglomerates who were behind the scene of Hitler. We do not want to be participants, any of us upon this planet, of bringing down or wiping off whole races of people. If some of these so-called dark ones have an intent to eradicate First Nations, thin it out some more as you did before World War II. And as you have done even during World War II by sending many of the young men into the armies to never return. Also say, you see, I'm honored to be able to say this, because I am not an ostrich with my head in my feathers. My love is for all people, not for this one more and that one more. I feel our greatest danger is religion. That's our greatest danger, because they were the biggest participants during and before World War II. You know, Roman Catholic Church, they say it apologized. Did it do restitution? Did it help these families? No. Are the First Nations going back to their ancient way of being with the Creator? Many have not. Many of them are still in the fear trap. You go to hell if you do that. Well, I wonder how much hell can hold if all these that were participants on World War II were taken into hell. You know, the creators of World War II. And you are saying something when you say, oh, you know, forget it already. No, I can't forget it, because we are having wars, ugly, nasty wars, whether it is tribal wars in African lands or other lands, or whether it is whatever kind of thing is going on. The biggest game is about money. The second greatest game, who are they that controlled Hitler? Who are they? Have you reasoned it out? Have you thought about it? Have you done research? If you have, let me know. If you and honest research, not thwarted research. You know, also, there is a never talk, it's always all this talk how many people died during World War II that were of Jewish descent. And I agree, many did. But there's never any discussion about all the other hundreds of thousands that were slaughtered, whether they were Romanians, whether they were Dutch, Belgian, Italians, French. Never any discussions of those that were also taken to these lousy concentration camps.